Dobro jutro. Good morning, kalimera, to all of you. We thank you very much for joining us at this conference this morning. Mr. Deputy Prime Minister, before anything else, congratulations for your appointment and congratulations for the formation of the new Bulgarian government. We all wholeheartedly wish the best of success. Bulgaria needs that. Dear Minister Staikouras, thank you for traveling from Athens to address this conference. I do understand that the discussions with the new Bulgarian government are key for the development of the North Corridor, which is so vital for the region. We thank you very much for coming. Dear Ambassadors, Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 5th Sofia Economic Forum, which is organized by the Delphi Economic Forum in Athens in association with the American Chamber of Commerce in Sofia. I would like to thank Mr. Ivan Mikhailov for his support, and of course I would like to thank the Hellenic Business Council in Bulgaria, Mr. Joe Satlas, the president, who helped us very much as well. We thank both organizations deeply. It is a real pleasure to open this conference at this critical juncture where regional tensions and international interests converge so palpably in the Southeast Europe. I speak to you not as a diplomat, of course, but rather from the vantage point of one who operates daily at the intersection of public and private sectors. In many ways, the Balkans offer a vivid microcosm of world affairs, a region of ancient legacies and contemporary ambitions where evolving alliances can either unlock enormous potential or sow the seeds of renewed discord. Those of us who have observed history, we appreciate the dual nature of this region, from the collapse of empires in bygone centuries to the more recent reconfigurations of states the Southeast Europe has shaped and has been shaped by larger power dynamics. It is instructive to remember what Dr. Kissinger used to say, that diplomacy is not merely an exercise in protocol. It is a function of leveraging competing interests to foster stability. If we fail to appreciate the motivations that drive each player, be the local communities, international investors, or geopolitical heavyweights, we risk allowing old animosities to resurface in ways that can be devastating. From the Southeast Europe, for Bulgaria, economic development is more than an end in itself. It is the bedrock upon which lasting peace can be built. Infrastructure initiatives, energy diversifications, and the integration of new technologies stand out as paths towards prosperity. Ministers and esteemed guests, as you all know better than me, the policies we shape today will define the trajectory of this region and this country for generations to come. Where global pressures might tempt us all to retreat behind national boundaries, I think it is important that we all remember that the broader European framework offers vital mechanisms for a better future for all of us. Let us therefore devote ourselves to forging alliances that are not merely expedient but enduring, guided by principle that a stable and prosperous region, a stable and prosperous Bulgaria is essential, and not just for its neighbors, but for the broader European and global economy and community, of course. This is what we salute, the formation of the new Bulgarian government, wishing the best of success. And of course, along these lines, we have built an agenda which we believe it will be stimulating for all participants. Many thanks to all the speakers of the conference, the moderators, and primarily all of our guests who will stay with us these next 12 hours to participate at the proceedings of this event. One word to thank very much the sponsors who sustain financially this important event, Philip Morris in Bulgaria. I think Mr. Kostas Alvaras is here with us. Philip Morris, of course, and Postbank, Mr. Tassos Anastasatos is with us. Sofia Med, Sergei Vlaikov, and Emmanuel Foundoukis are with us. And the supporters, Hill International, the Interconnector Greece Bulgaria, and the Independent Bulgaria Energy Exchange. With this, Please let us welcome to the floor the Ambassador of the Hellenic Republic, Mr. Alexios Lyberopoulos, for his opening remarks. Please join me to welcome the Ambassador.
Dear ministers, former presidents, prime ministers, and ministers, dear participants, your excellencies, dear colleagues and friends, dear organizers, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Mr. Tsomokos, for the kind invitation and the opportunity to offer some opening remarks in the 2025 edition of the Sofia Economic Forum. It is a great honor and a pleasure for me to speak here in my capacity as Ambassador of Greece in Bulgaria. We live in interesting times, since there are a lot of complex challenges around us, wars around us, lots of geopolitical changes in the making, whether through war or negotiations or elections. Many issues are and will be shaping the international agenda in 2025, from peace efforts to ego politics and individualism, austerity measures, militarization of insecurity, possible dismantling of global institutions, migration and human rights, and of course, climate crises, to name a few. In this extremely complex environment, it is extremely important to be more united within the European Union and within our region. Our countries, Greece and Bulgaria, have been at the forefront of efforts to bring stability in our region, which is suffering by the effects of the wars in Ukraine and in the Middle East, but not only, and their negative impact on energy prices, economic growth, and social cohesion. Solidarity and unity are essential pillars in our efforts to cope with the effects of the enduring crises and to support the suffering people in conflict areas, as well as our people in our countries. Of course, there are positive aspects to mention. One of the most positive and promising developments of this year in Bulgaria is the formation of a regular government. Congratulations to the parties that managed to do it. It was indeed an absolute necessity, because there is also a need to have some stability, which inter alia increases the attractiveness of the business environment and increases the trust to it, which will in turn attract more foreign direct investment to Bulgaria and will increase its prosperity and GDP, and of course, its competitiveness. Another very important development which preceded the formation of the government by approximately 2 weeks was the full entry of Bulgaria and Romania to the Schengen area. It's a milestone for Bulgaria and Romania. It's a milestone for the EU, of course, but also for Greece in particular. In a way, although an old member, we also just connected to the Schengen area by direct land borders. You can imagine the drop in costs in products transportation and the drop in harmful emissions to the environment by the trucks staying in queues for hours, not anymore. There are two more main foreign policy priorities of Bulgaria, both for regular and caretaker governments so far, which continue to be key priorities. And these are the entry to the Eurozone and the accession to OECD. The efforts have been there for some time now, and Greece and so many other countries represented in Sofia are fully supportive. Part of the trust that we place in Bulgaria is the long-term investment activity of Greek companies in the country, with an FDI worth approximately 3,570 million euros, ranking our country in the highest positions among foreign investors in Bulgaria, and creating so far a large number of jobs all over the country. Today, we have the opportunity to discuss these issues, as well as economic competitiveness, science, technology, and innovation, sustainable growth through circular economy, migration, and so many other aspects. Bilateral and regional cooperation are of key importance. Finally, let us not forget connectivity. Not only energy connectivity, we have talked and done so much about, but also transport and infrastructure connectivity, including digital connectivity. And now I'll stop here because we have the chance to listen to the interventions of the new Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Transport and Communications of Bulgaria, Mr. Karajov. Congratulations and wish you every success in your new position. And the Minister of Infrastructure and Transport of Greece, Mr. Staikouras, whose presence here just for a few hours demonstrates the value placed on close bilateral and regional cooperation. Thank you very much.